Two of the entertainers in the New South Wales National Premier League Men's 2 in Hills United and the Bonnyrigg White Eagles greet us from Lilyholmes Stadium to determine the first team into next week's grand final. Yes, hello and welcome across the Football New South Wales channels. It's Tony Tanous with you for a game between the teams that finished second and third on the ladder, the best two attacking forces in the league. So it promises to be a thriller-minute occasion on a windy early spring afternoon. Thanks for your company. Remember, you're live and interactive. Share the live stream around. Leave comments throughout. If you are on Twitter, use the hashtag NPL NSW. It's time to take a look at the lineups. And for Hills United, no Patrick Zvansvik in the dugout today. Greg Juvenali taking on the player coach role for this afternoon's final. Following lineup's been named. In goals, Sean Catlin. Back three of Jared Dodds, Greg Juvenali and Owen Montford. Midfield four, Greg Kelshaw, Dane Mirren, Kento Sakurai and Wade Giovanali. And it's a front three of Nathan Reiner, Daniel Fogarty and Jordan Parfait. The bench for Hills United. Reserve keeper Jordan Geddes, Adolf Kudetko, Alex Lismas, Brad Robertson and Marcus Zarantanello. As for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles, Wayne O'Sullivan names the following team in 4-4-2 formation. In goals, James Chronopoulos, a back four of Brady Smith, Gordon Schubera, Nicholas Onjic and Sam Galloway. A midfield four of Mark Rodic, David Vrankovic, Jack Armson and Ray Miller. And a front two in great form, Aaron Peterson and Azmi Kadric. The bench for Bonnyrigg White Eagles, Justin Veljovic, James McKenzie, Richard Darko, Amer Adilovic and Jack Fulton. Yes, what an occasion. Sunshine here, windy afternoon. Greets us from Lilyholmes in the western suburbs of Sydney. Really looking forward to this NPL 2 men's semi-final. The winner, of course, going into next week's grand final at Seymour Shore, the first of a double header on this Super Saturday in the men's NPL New South Wales 2. Our official for this one in the middle, Craig Fisher, and he's joined by assistants Yanis Adabju and Nathan Watson. Just going through the final formalities, the final pep talk. What a game it promises to be. As I mentioned in the opener, the two attacking forces in the competition. It will be Hills running from left to right in the yellow top, white shorts. Bonnyrigg White Eagles about to kick us off. And we're underway in the NPL 2 men's semi-final. Those windy conditions, of course, will be certainly something the players will have to deal with. Talk about the formation for Hills United. We can see automatically that they have started with a back three. Perhaps a bit of a surprise here. Been playing a back four throughout the season. They've sprung a surprise in the finals. Very adaptable side. They spread it out wide on that right-hand side now. Bonnyrigg White Eagles through Vrankovic. He can't quite keep it in. Nathan Watson, our assistant, on the spot on that far side. So Hills United going with a midfield four, a back three, and a three up front. It's been a disrupted week for them. No Patrick Zvansvik, their coach, has done an outstanding job for Hills, taking them to the brink of the premiership, but it's Bonnyrigg pressing forward here. Galloway down the left-hand side. Good foray forward. Already you could see Bonnyrigg's wing backs getting forward. Sam Galloway on the left-hand side. Brady Smith, very experienced defenders. Both were part of Bonnyrigg's team in the NPL Men's 1 competition last season. Now they can lay it out to the experienced Ray Miller. He's got Galloway overlapping again. Positive start down this left-hand side. And he gets it into that near post. The Hills keeper, Sean Catlin, new to the club this season. Used to seeing him over at Manly United for a number of years. Son of legendary goalkeeper Bobby Catlin. Expecting a very positive attacking contest here. As I mentioned in the opener, two of the attacking forces, the best two attacking forces in the competition this year. Hills finishing second. They scored 67 goals throughout the regular season. Best attack by 13, a margin of 13 goals. Bonnyrigg White Eagles second on the goal scorers charts, 54 goals for them. Both teams coming into this with outstanding form. Is Bonnyrigg attacking down the right-hand side. Trying to get forward was the right back in Smith. Now they can go in transition here. Wade Giovanali, it is on the ball. Gets it forward now to Kelshaw. Driving forward down this right-hand side and looking inside. A near post run there from Daniel Fogarty. See the transition quickly of the Hills United side. It is something that they've really added to their weaponry this season. A team that has been known over the past couple of seasons as they've moved up from NPL 3 into NPL 2 as a ball-playing side. Times over-possess. They've added the counter-attacking method. It's resulted in this corner, which Giovanali whips into the back post. And now it falls. Greg Giovanali taking over. Now it's Kelshaw. Looking inside to the back post. Positive start from both sides. Exactly what we've expected in the 5th minute here. First of a double-header semi-finals in the Men's 2 competition of the New South Wales National Premier League. Thanks for your company. It's Tony Tanous with you here at Lilyholme Stadium. Long ball out of defence. Greg Giovanali picking that one up. Hills wanting to play positive on the front foot. Fogarty's making the move forward. Kelshaw tries to find him with the ball in behind. Now it's Bonnyrigg who can come out again through Galloway. And he looks to hit over the top. Now Giovanali, he finds Sakurai. Kento Sakurai. Now the combination. Fogarty gets it forward to Sakurai, who continues to make his run. Zonjic, though, reading that one well. Can't quite keep it in play. An experienced central defender, Nikola Zonjic, has had a terrific season for Wayne O'Sullivan. What a story it is. Wayne O'Sullivan, of course, coming in the midway point of the season. What a turnaround in form it has been for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles at the time. They're only on 69 points in the club championship. Sitting in 9th position on the ladder. And it's been a remarkable run for them since playing the Hills back in round 15. They had a 3-0 win there. They've won 11 of their 13 games since. They went on a 10-game run between rounds 15 and 24, where they accumulated 28 points out of a possible 30. So 9 wins out of 10. Been an incredible second half of the season. I mentioned their goal scoring record. Produced 28 goals in their last 7 games at a record of an average of 4 a game. So they take plenty of confidence into this final. Of course, coming off last week's extra time win against the Northern Tigers. 2-2 that finished at the end of full time. Richie Darko coming off the bench, scoring a double for O'Sullivan. That's got him here to this clash against Hills United. To come forward here through Fogarty. And now it falls inside the box. Looking for the penalty. Fisher didn't like that. Having a chat to the Hills player. Kento Sakurai is getting forward out of midfield. Two very offensive players, a very mobile midfield. Dane Merrin, the screening role. It looks like they might have just adjusted here, starting with the back three. In defence though, Greg Kelshaw's dropped back into the right back position, and Nathan Rayner has come over to the right hand side, so we'll keep an eye on that. Perhaps they have reverted back to their more traditional formation. Certainly watch this space as the ball goes forward looking for Rayner. Gets to it first. Needs the support there of Merrin. An imposing figure at the base of that Hills United midfield. Now it's Peterson. Speaking of an imposing figure, Aaron Peterson, experienced striker, going to work. He's back to goal. Enforcing the challenge from Hills. Earning a free kick here. They've got the wind in their back. Delivery has to be spot on here. In it goes. Dangerous area! And it's a terrific ball. In the end, Hills doing just enough to force it out for a corner. Peterson was the target. Talk about that 28 goals in the past 7 games. Well, Peterson's certainly been amongst those goals. He's got himself 4 in the last 7 weeks. 7 in the season entirely. And he'll certainly be one of the targets. Schubert has come up from the back. Central defender along with Zonjic. Vrankovic at the back post too. That's where it goes, towards Zonjic. Looking for that second ball. Hills United, key part of their game plan today. And now it's Miller trying his luck. And Catlin, excellent work from him. Got the gloves behind it. And a good confidence boosting catch, that one from the keeper. In facing the wind. The power behind it from Ray Miller. Has been in terrific form for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. A lovely ball in behind. You could see the intent there. In the end, a little bit too heavy. Jack Armson is playing in that 4-man midfield for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. Kelshaw, lovely delivery from him. The combination now, Merrin. Rayner trying to stay on side. It goes through to Fogarty, who's through on goal now. Daniel Fogarty puts it away and puts Hills in front. We're only 10 minutes in here, and Hills United have opened it up. It is their leading scorer, Daniel Fogarty. He makes it 20 for the season. A lovely bit of combination through the midfield, involving Dane Merrin. The threat out of defence initially to open up the play. And Hills exposing Bonnyrigg White Eagles through the heart. Daniel Fogarty, who's had an outstanding season, the futsal Roo, adds to his tally in the men's too. And it's Hills United who kick us off here in the 11th minute. How quickly they went there. That lovely combination through the middle. Merrin with a delightful touch. And then through was Fogarty. Promised you goals in this one. We've already delivered one. How will Bonnyrigg White Eagles respond? We talk about their great record in attack. Both these sides. Bonnyrigg have the better defensive record across the season. Certainly in those last 7 weeks as well. Only conceded 9 goals in those 7 weeks. They were opened up there with some lovely play from Hills United. Team stacked full of futsal Ruse, of course, the Giovanales. Fogarty. Now Parfait, who's an explosive player down the left-hand side. Going at the Bonnyrigg White Eagles defence. Picking up the loose ball is Sakurai. Battle for possession in the middle here. Shows you the confidence of Daniel Fogarty. Threw in on goals. No looking back. Player's really caught the eye this season. Gone to another level. Now a bit of defending to do for Hills. As Peterson comes through. A chance here. Catlin came out. Committed. And in the end he got just enough on it to force it away for the Hills United side. And he gets the applause of his captain in Giovanale. Giovanale, of course, taking over the coaching duties. And now Galloway. Free kick's gone up. The flag on the far side. Nathan Warren. Touch coming from Armson there. It will be a free kick though. Armson tackled in the back play. So it's a great opportunity here for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles to hit back almost immediately. Seen Galloway already deliver a dangerous ball. Looking for Peterson. Battling away there, Parfait. He's got the job on Zonjic. Referee Craig Fisher not happy with the contact there in the box. Just warning both players. The youngster Parfait. Great to see him out on the pitch. He's got the important defensive duties on Zonjic. It will be Galloway. Which way will he go here? The wind favours him. Goes inside. In the end, important defending from Merrin. Fogarty. Now Parfait has to clear. He's got pressure on from behind. Fogarty works back. Wanted to try and trigger a counter-attack there for Hills. Now it's Bonnyrigg coming forward, trying to drive forward. Down that right-hand side, sticking to his defensive duties there was Owen Montford. Important defending. Looks like Hills have reverted to their traditional formation. Maybe trying to throw a bit of a spanner in the works. Just to get the Bonnyrigg White Eagles thinking. I love the tactical game playing going on. Of course, no Patrick Zvansvik in the dugout today. Quite a disrupted week for Hills, but what a way to put that to bed. The start of this game. They've got the defending to do now. On the Eagles who come forward. Vrankovic not far. Looking a threat at these set pieces earlier. The Bonnyrigg White Eagles. Talk about the turnaround in their season. Certainly wouldn't be counting them out. They've gone behind early here since O'Sullivan came in. It's been a remarkable record. Identified the main issue, or certainly one of the main issues, apart from the mentality of the squad, was lack of goals, and haven't they delivered on that front? Kept things simple. Certainly been about simplifying the messages. O'Sullivan's demanded an aggressive mentality, playing at full throttle. It's back to players, and certainly a very technical squad. They've tried to go forward as quickly as possible, often playing towards Peterson, as you can see there. Schubert didn't quite hit him. They try and play off their big target man. Get men forward, the likes of Gardrich, the leading scorer, on 13 goals. Jack Armson has really made an impression in the second half of the season, playing in that number 10 role behind the two strikers. Ray Miller on the left, Vrankovic on the right. And they've got the insurance in Rodic at the base of that midfield. He screens the two central defenders in Zojic. Bonnyrigg and Schubera. And here is Peterson, the buffer in attack. Gets it out to Galloway. The experienced Kelshaw just holding him up. Picking up the loose ball is Schubera. He finds Miller. Good combination this. Rodic gets it into the forward line. And now it's back out with Galloway, who can go at Kelshaw. Waiting for the movement up top. Nice combination this from Bonnyrigg. Can they find an end product? It gets it into the feet of Peterson. Now can they pick up the loose ball? Winning it back quickly. This game is beautifully poised now. 17 and a half minutes have been played. It is Hills United who lead 1-0. Thanks for your company across the Football New South Wales channels. It's Tony Tanous with you. It's been a windy 24 hours in Sydney. It's just calmed down a little bit. It's late afternoon. First of a Saturday doubleheader in the men's NPL 2. Of course, later on, 7 p.m, we'll have our second semi-final, second grand final qualifier. Premiers North Shore Mariners. I'll be playing against the Mounties Wanderers, last year's grand finalists. Have all the action. Same place you're watching this one. Join Will Gotsis, who'll be bringing you the coverage from Valentine Sports Park. It's been a great season across the men's 2 competition. Such a battle for the premiership. North Shore Mariners coming out on top. As Kelshaw gets forward for Hills United. North Shore Mariners, of course, wrapping up the club championship as well on the final day. In a tight affair there. Too heavy, that one from Smith on the right-hand side. Weight of the passing from Bonnyrigg's got to be perfect here. Got the wind behind them. Lovely combination again here. Giovanali now. The touch inside to Merrin. Looking over the top for Fogarty. Keeper's got to come out. Fogarty's got to it first. Can he finish? Hits the post. Now it falls. And it goes through. Is that Nathan Rayner picking up the loose ball? Got a bit lucky there. Fogarty got him behind. The ball holding up in the wind. The keeper finding himself confronted by that wind. It didn't work in his favour. And it fell off the post there. Nathan Rayner it was there to tuck it away and give Hills United a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes. They scored on 10. They've doubled it up on 20. And we're 2-0 here in the men's 2. Hills United over the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. A terrific start. We've got a great record here this season, Hills United. Only lost once here. In fact, it came back in round 1. 13 home games here at Lilyholme Stadium. They obviously feel very comfortable here this season. They've made a terrific start here. That combination again, Merrin at the heart of it, with Wade Giovanali and Fogarty, such an explosive presence in that front third. Got him behind the defence. Chronopoulos came. He knocked it past him. He couldn't find the open net. It bounced off the post to Rayner. And there he was. Giving Hills a 2-0 lead. Not even at the halfway point of this first half. Can Bonnyrigg hit back? The flag's gone up on that far side. Offside. Bonnyrigg can't quite believe their luck in the early going here. Fogarty causing so much distress at the moment for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles central defenders. Zonjic And Shubara, the speed. He's taken his game to another level this season. Only a couple behind the competition's leading scorer in Mo Adam, who's moved up, of course, to the West Sydney Wanderers A-League squad on the back of his impressive form. Fogarty hasn't been too far behind right throughout the season. Futsalroo. Here's a chance now for Bonnyrigg. Can they hit back? Peterson trying to hold up the ball on the edge of the 6-yard box. Now he lays it out. Chance here to whip it across. And in the end, Montfort had to do the defending inside his 6-yard box. Had to be sure there. Left-sided defender. Good work from Azmi Kadric there. Bonnyrigg's leading scorer trying to provide an assist. They get another opportunity for Galloway to come forward. In it goes to the back post. Catlin comes. In the end, he got caught underneath it. The wind got just enough on it, though, to force another corner. So it's an opportunity here for Bonnyrigg to keep the pressure on. Of course, they dropped out of the men's one competition at the end of last season. Relegated. It wasn't a great start to their season, but hasn't it been a terrific back end since Wayne O'Sullivan came in under a fresh board? Certainly got the business done. Got themselves out of an early bit of relegation trouble. Now they have to get themselves out of trouble here. Schubert as the target. Rodic. Forward it goes. Got to be careful of the counter-attack of Hills United. Certainly something that Zvanjvik has added this season. Former Central Coast Mariners central defender. At the time he's tackled there, Nathan Rayner got that one spot on. If you just joined us, Tony Tanous with you. 25 minutes in here at Lilyholme Stadium. This is the first of two semi-finals to decide our grand finalists for the 2019 Men's 2 in the New South Wales National Premier League. Thanks for your company. Keep the comments coming through. Remember, we're live and interactive. Share the stream around. First of a Saturday double header as Merrin picks up another ball. Drops one over the top of Bonnyrigg's defence. Haven't dealt with that so far. Ball holding up, of course, in the wind, which is wreaking havoc with that Bonnyrigg defence at the moment. Good combinations here as Wade Giovanali looks to hit Fogarty. Again, it's Sakurai driving out of that midfield. Such a mobile addition to the Hills midfield. Kento Sakurai. It's been very impressive. It's been a great season for Hills. Only their third. It's Catlin there. Gets the pressure from Kadric. Almost catching him out. Wind perhaps making the keeper hesitate slightly. Giving Kadric the opportunity to press. But Hills, their first finals in their third attempt in the New South Wales NPL 2. Been building steadily since they got promoted from NPL 3. This year they've taken it to another level. Svanjvik coming in. Lovely touch there from Rayner. Certainly a team that's been known, of course, for its quality. So many technicians. The background in the futsal game. Added the dynamic forward attacking model to their template this season. Excellent feet here from Miller. Lovely work. Gets between the lines. In the end, forcing Greg Giovanali to step out of the defence. The referee, Craig Fish, is going to bring that one back. He tried to play a bit of advantage, the experienced official. Didn't come. So he's brought it back. A free kick here to the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. 27 minutes in here. If you just joined us, Hills United leading this by 2-0. Goals coming on 11 minutes and 20 minutes. Fogarty and Rayner. And now it's Galloway. Up he steps. Straight at the keeper, that one. Comfortable for Catlin. Came across from the men's one. He was a backup keeper to Dylan Mitchell at Manly United. Wanted to play first team football. And certainly done a good job for Hills United. Not quite the best defensive record in the league this season. They're only the 6th best defence. So for them, it's certainly been a model of outscoring the opponents. And this is the work they do. Excellent work from Giovanali with the high press. And now Fogarty's in. Can he extend the lead in the end? Forcing the work on Zonjic, who stands up and does well. The experienced central defender. Still the high press here, trying to win the ball high. Parfait brought down. And it's another free kick here to Hills United. Promised you goals in this one. It's certainly delivered in the opening half an hour. Hills United it is. Got the first two. Two teams that have averaged 4 goals a game in the last couple of months. Back post it goes. The header. Greg Giovanali got loose at that back post. In fact, it was Jared Dodds, his central defensive partner. Ball coming from the other Giovanali and Wade. Two players that, of course, will be part of the futsal ruse. Set up. Travel to Southeast Asia in October. Here is Greg Giovanali. Can't find Rayner. Good work from Miller, but Sakurai picks it up. Kento Sakurai. Battling away now with Miller. And he wins the free kick. So we talk about that defensive record for Hills United that conceded 40 throughout the regular season. Both these sides finishing the season with a plus 27 goal difference. As Kelshaw looks to get it in behind to Fogarty. This time Schubera reads it well. Now Peterson looks to clip one in behind for Kadrich. Must score here, an early opportunity. Excellent work from Montfort. A heavy touch there from Kadrich. Good combination from that front two. But the wind we talk about so far favouring Hills United. They're running into it. You could see there. Touch has to be very sure, particularly in that front third. Raced away from Kadrich. He thought he was in on goal there. Their leading scorer with 13 for the season. And you thought that was a great opportunity to draw one back. But it's resulted in a corner. Galloway it is. Again he goes to the back post. Vrankovic battling away. Rayner doing a good job defensively. He finds Parfait. A couple of players facing fitness tests ahead of the game. Parfait was one of them. Coming into the week with an ankle injury. Only trained lightly on Thursday. Passed the fitness test. One of the star players in the men's NPL 2 this season, the youngster Jordan Parfait. It's been a great response from him this season. A player who's been riddled with hamstring injuries last few years. Thanks to the great work of Roberto Speranza. Now the ball coming across from Killer Kelshaw. Going at that near post, looking for Fogarty. Parfait. His record this season, Jordan Parfait, has taken part in 25 games. It beats the combined amount of games that he played in 2017 and 2018. Player who, as I mentioned, has been riddled with hamstring injuries. He's gone to work with Roberto Speranza, of course, of Marconi Stallions fame. He's done some great work on that hamstring. Got him ready for a very productive season in 2019. Dodds does well there just to get to it ahead of Miller. He's not quite on the same wavelength with Fogarty and Rayner. Miller stayed down after that contact. Looks like might be needing a bit of attention. Great sportsmanship. Wade Giovanali, two players familiar with each other across the futsal scene during the summer. Does give us a chance to give you an update on the earlier results here at Lilyholme Stadium. Of course, the semi-finals in the under-18s and 20s also taking place. Central Coast Mariners Academy represented in both of those. They had a victory in the under-18s, beating Mounties Wanderers by 3-0. But it didn't go their way in the under-20s. The Northern Tigers, what a record they've had in grand finals this season. Of course, the Northern Tigers women's side were in the grand final and the women's won last week, losing out in a thrilling penalty shootout to Sydney University. The Northern Tigers here this afternoon winning in the under-20s. So they'll be going through to a grand final next Saturday. They beat the Central Coast Mariners today 2-0. Grand finals, of course, taking place next Saturday. An announcement made across the NPL New South Wales socials this week. It'll be held at Seymour Shore down in Miranda. What an occasion it'll be. At the moment, it is Hills United that are the favourites to be the first team there. Team that finished second, had a chance to win the premiership, probably fell away just towards the end. North Shore Mariners coming from second spot with a couple of weeks remaining. Hills just missing out on the premiership. Terrific job for them to be in the mix. They're trying to make up for it with a berth in the grand final. Certainly made a great start here. Go forward looking for Wade Giovanali. Movement of both he and Kento Sakura has been very impressive out of that midfield. Battling away there with Mark Rodic, the holding midfielder. Very physical battle, that one. Mark Rodic, of course, familiar with this particular ground. Was a former Blacktown City player. Giovanali thought about going short there. He's just waiting for his tall timber to arrive in the box. Rayner's certainly one of those options. Dane Merrin, who had a great start to this match, been heavily involved in the build-up to both goals. Looks like we're already going to see a substitution here. It is Richard Darko has come on for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. So a change in the early going. The ball comes in from Hills, a chance here, and what a save! Did that go over the line? James Chronopoulos clawing that one off the line to deny Greg Giovanali, and the ball goes back in. Zonjic away. And the high feet coming from Greg Giovanali. It was his header, towering one, with James Chronopoulos. What a save that was from the veteran keeper to keep the Bonnyrigg White Eagles in it. One Juvenali to the other. Wade with the delivery. Greg with the header. And Chronopoulos keeps it at 2-0 to Hills as Kadric gets it out to that right-hand side. Looking for that reverse ball inside. Wayne O'Sullivan forced to his substitutions bench. An injury to Ray Miller. We saw him go down moments ago. Wasn't able to recover from that. So Richard Darko, who did come off the bench last week and scored 2. Now the 1-2 combination. Let's see what he was trying to do. Armson getting it to Kadric. He's looking to slide it into Peterson, who just drifted into an offside position. Giovanali clears. Given the disrupted week that they have, I think Patrick Zvansvik has been away with the Olyroos. Of course, playing New Zealand last night in Wollongong. Be in action on Monday night. Campbelltown. Be very pleased with the response from this unit. Turning in the midfield here is Vrankovic. Now Rayner can drive forward. Goes past one and now he looks to clip it out to Kelshaw. First touch lets him down. The opportunity to transition there was lost. Lovely work in the middle there from Nathan Rayner. Vrankovic trying to get Brady Smith going forward. Peterson doing the hold-up play on Montford. Now Vrankovic finds a bit of space. He's got Darko out to the left-hand side. That's where they eventually go. Here is Richard Darko. First involvement in attack. And Catlin punches. In the end, straight at Dodds. Bit of fortune there for Hills. Darko looking to make an impact, as he did last week in extra time at Marconi Stadium. That win over the Northern Tigers. Player who has had some niggles in the second half of the season, but he's been building up ahead of the finals, building his minutes. And he gets a chance here to make an important contribution from the bench. Kelshaw waiting for the support. Stepping up was Galloway. He's got the captain's armband on. Experienced player, of course. Former West Sydney Wonder as A-League player. Spent some time at Newcastle Jets as well. Speaking to Wayne O'Sullivan ahead of this game. Delighted, of course, with the attitude of his senior players. Came in, they were in a difficult situation. He asked for them to all contribute with the work rate. And all these senior players have responded. What a response it has been from the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. Of course, I mentioned a new dynamic board, trying to get things going in the right direction after dropping out of the NPL 1 competition. Long time, great tradition and history. One of the more successful sides in New South Wales football. They certainly want to be back on that platform. Plan was to bounce up immediately. It didn't work out. Wasn't a great start from them. The response in the second half of the season since Wayne O'Sullivan came in. Good news, of course, he has committed to this project for 2020 as well. So they can build on the success that they have had in the second half of the year. A lot of these players, of course, sticking around despite dropping down from NPL 1 last season. And get the chance to build on that next season. Have a tilt at promotion once again. Hills United will also have their ambition. Been a terrific season from them. Patrick Zvansvik stepping into the seat this year. Both these coaches recognising that they have plenty of quality out there, just about ensuring that they give them the structure. They come forward here, Bonnyrigg White Eagles. In it goes. And Dodds, that win perhaps making it difficult for him to clear. In the end, fortunate to see it go past his keeper, past the post. It is a corner though to the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. Can they hit back with just under 2 minutes remaining before the half-time break? Key part of this match here. Give them a huge boost if they can peg one back before the half-time break. Delivery's been good so far. Haven't quite been able to find the finish. Schubert has been one of the targets. Goes over his head. Peterson there. And it's Hills in the end. It comes off Peterson. Hills doing enough there to put the pressure on and force the error. To play out short here with a 2-0 lead just before the half-time break. Not prepared to go long into the wind. It is the Hills United method. Happy to play the ball on the deck. They give it up here, Giovanali. Can they punish him? Chance here for Bonnyrigg, and he's scuffed his shot in the end. A great opportunity it was. They pinched the ball high. Peterson couldn't quite get his shot on target. They get away with it, Hills United. Giovanali, talk about how they do love to play out. In the end, though, they get away with it. Bonnyrigg's high press winning the ball. Peterson. Terrific opportunity there. Talk about the timing of trying to score just before the break. Really get Bonnyrigg back into it. Didn't quite work out there. This time they go long. The seconds ticking away before the half-time break. Try and give you some updates from Valentine Sports Park in the under 18s and 20s. Under 18s finished 2-0 to St George FC over the West Sydney Wanderers. So they're in the grand final next week, St George FC, where they will take on the Central Coast Mariners. Coming forward there was Armisen. Lovely turn here from Rayner. He's had an excellent first half. Of course, found himself on the score sheet to double up the lead that was given to them by Daniel Fogarty on 11 minutes. Looked like it could be anything at 20 minutes. Bonnyrigg, though, have been able to withhold Hills since then. Created a couple of great openings. Touch letting down Kudrich and then Peterson inside the box. Now the ball comes across from Kudrich. An important defensive header from Montfort. This is the last action of a first half, which sees Hills United go into the break. They're certainly on the front foot in the first period. Goals from Fogarty and Rayner have given them a 2-0 lead. And at the half-time break, the other team with 1 foot in a grand final door, but still plenty more to come. 45 minutes for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles, who've been in rampant goal-scoring form throughout the second half of the 2019 season. So this game isn't over by any stretch. We're going to have a short break and we'll be back with more action from Lilyholme Stadium. At the break, it is Hills United 2, Bonnyrigg White Eagles 0. And it's welcome back to Lilyholme Stadium for the first of two semi-finals on this Super Saturday in the men's 2 of the New South Wales National Premier League. It's Tony Tanous with you live across the Football New South Wales channels. Thanks for your company. If you're just joining us, Hills United, the team in yellow, who'll be running from right to left in this second half. They've built a fantastic 2-0 lead in the first half. The goals coming from Daniel Fogarty and Nathan Rayner on the back of some lovely build-up combination play through the midfield. Tasks ahead of the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. Hills finishing second on the table in the regular season. Bonnyrigg in third, both in outstanding form in the second half of the year. And it's all ahead of us. 45 minutes for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles to try and rescue this one. Maybe like last week, take it into extra time. Hills with the wind behind them in this second half. They played beautifully into the wind, kept the ball on the deck in the first period. Bonnyrigg weren't without their chances. Certainly a couple of touches letting down the likes of Kadrich and Peterson as they looked through in on goal. So I certainly believe that they can create a record that they have posed, particularly in the last 7 games. 28 goals, an average of 4 a game. So you expect them to certainly hit the back of the net at some point. Question is, how much do they push? Do they leave themselves exposed potentially to a Hills United counter-attack? Such a threat for them this season. Added that repertoire to their game. Ability to go quick in transition. Fogarty, the explosive man in the number 9 role. We've already seen that to great effect in the first half. Play out of the back's been superb from the likes of Giovanali. Now Merrin finds the other Giovanali, Nawade. Looks to switch it out to Parfait. Rodic wants to go forward. Two games between them have been shared, one win apiece. First one back in round 2. Finished 4-2 to the Hills here. As Kadrich comes forward looking for Peterson. Important Peterson defending there. Jared Dodd has had an excellent first half. Central defender. Had to stick to his duties there on Peterson. Important work. More work to do here against the Galloway corner. Galloway goes near post. Now it falls on the edge of the box. Bonnyrigg trying to keep it alive here. And in the end, Wade Giovanali does enough to get it forward to Fogarty. And this is what we talk about. The chance to go quickly in transition. Rodic, though, holding it up well. Delivery from Galloway, not quite on point. Now Rayner looks to trigger United forward down the right-hand side. Through Wade Giovanali. Great feet from him. In the end, the 2 number 7s battling away. Richard Darko, if you have just joined us, he did start on the bench. He's come on for Raymond Miller, injured in that first half. Bonnyrigg White Eagles veteran. Thanks for your company across the Football New South Wales channels. You're live on NPL New South Wales Facebook. Sure to interact, leave comments throughout. Let us know your thoughts. The respective seasons of these two. Your thoughts on the NPL 2 competition. It's been a great one. So tight. The battle for the premiership, the battle for the club championship, the battle for promotion and relegation, even the battle for the top 6 positions. Bonnyrigg trying to come forward here through their leading scorer in Kadrich. Dodd's doing well, just holding him up again. Rodic getting it forward for Bonnyrigg. It's been the method under Wayne O'Sullivan since he's come in. Players streaming forward in and around Peterson. Formula that's really worked for them. It's got them back up. They're in contention for the premiership even at one point. Terrific recovery from the position where he joined. Outside the top six. And this is what Hills will try and do now as Bonnyrigg push forward. This battle's been raging, certainly one to watch. Wade Giovanali and Mark Rodich. Craig Fisher, such an experienced official, has done a great job so far. Just having a chat to Giovanali and Rodich as they look to hit Peterson again. Hill's doing ever so well to get players around him. Big part of their game plan. Picking up that loose second ball when it does hit Peterson. Getting men around him in defence. They've done so well, and now they look to go forward through Kento Sakurai. Going forward is the Japanese visa player. Was he brought down? Play on's the call. And see how this second half is set up. Bonnyrigg on the front foot. Hills looking to go swift. Suits them to a T. They fancy themselves, I'm sure, to pick up a third goal. And if they do, it means Bonnyrigg need 3. They come forward looking for their first. Smith it is. Can he find the delivery? Hangs that one up. And the keeper had to judge that well. Catlin did well. Wind holding it up. The weight on that too heavy with the wind behind him. Now Chronopoulos. Produced a great save from Greg Giovanali towards the end of that first half, just to leave it at 2-0. Probably disappointed to have judged that second goal. Came off his line, it held up in the wind. Fogarty hit the post and Rayner picked up the loose ball, and now they're doing the defending Hills here as Bonnyrigg come forward. Kadrich it is on the right-hand side. Smith goes forward to join the attack. He finds him there, and now Smith is in behind. Just had to hold it up. Now Kadrich. Vrankovic at the back post. Can they find one here? Vrankovic goes inside. Rodic trying to pick up the loose ball. Good battle with Sakurai. Does well just to hold it up. Galloway giving it away. And now Fogarty can expose them in transition. Here he goes, Daniel Fogarty. Slips it into Rayner. Is this the chance to make it 3? In the end, Zonjic does well. Just to go across and back up Galloway. He gave the ball away. And they went quickly. And this is exactly what the Hills United side will fancy. Got the chance here now from a set piece. Remember, the first of a double header later on, 7 p.m. Come to you from Valentine Sports Park. Premiers North Shore Mariners taking on Mounties Wanderers. For now, Hills trying to extend their lead. Marinettis with the flick on! And in the end, Greg Giovanali. In fact, it was Dodds again, getting a toe to that one on the turn. Hills enjoying the way this game is set up now. Trying to make sure they protect at the back and then they can go forward quickly. Foul coming there on Dane Merrin. Involved heavily in both goals. Lovely bit of combination play through the midfield involving him and Wade Giovanali. Initially the thread for Fogarty for the first. Might have got a bit lucky with the second one. Looked like he might have been trying to play it out to the right-hand side. In the end, it fell to Fogarty through the middle. Got to it ahead of the keeper. Could only hit the post, but Rayner was there. Probably the initial target to pick up the pieces. Extend the lead. 2-0 it is. Montford. Greg Giovanali gets fortunate. Merrin's got his back covered there. Rayner now exposing it out on the right-hand side. His delivery too heavy though. Couldn't get that one under control. Again, a nice build-up from Hills United. Seen them on this big stage here a couple of years ago in the FFA Cup. Just joined us, can give you an update on the earlier games. Central Coast Mariners Academy taking part in both the under-18s and under-20s. They won the under-18s 3-0 over Mounties Wanderers. We've got a free kick here to Hills United. Foul on Sakurai. Got a 2-0 lead, and at the moment they look in the box seat for a spot in the men's 2 grand final next Saturday afternoon at Seymour Shore. 4 p.m. kickoff. Have that live for you right across the Football New South Wales channels. NPL New South Wales Facebook and NPL and Football New South Wales YouTube. And it is Hills certainly in the box seat and looking to extend their lead. 10 minutes into this second half. They've set this one up. Giovanali's the player who fancies this one, or is he going to leave it? They go direct, and it's not a bad effort at all. And the Japanese import, Gento Sakurai, on the left foot. Tried to shape that one around the Bonnyrigg wall. Thanks for your company. This time Wade Giovanali goes to the back post. All the way through. Now Merrin on the edge of the box. Getting to it first though is Vrankovic. Kadric can't quite hold that one up. Greg Killer-Kelshaw happy to go all the way back. Now Vrankovic looking to combine with Darko. Zonjic it is. Can Smith find a teammate? Looks forward for the run of Kadric. Alert to his defensive responsibility there. It's the player who stepped in. Take the reins as coach today, Greg Giovanali. Such an experienced footballer, of course, not only in the outdoor version of the game, part of the futsal ruse. Learnt a lot of tutelage under Futsal Ruse manager Rob Varela. He's using all his experience today. Can Bonnyrigg hit back from this corner? Merrin again at that near post doing the defensive work. Such an important player in this formation. Plays in that deep number 6 role. Such an open system. Important in that role to be very good with your distribution. Also defensively. And Merrin certainly ticks the boxes on both fronts. Got some defending to do here. Another set piece, another corner. Certainly had plenty of that. The Bonnyrigg White Eagles. Can they find the back of the net? Schubert has gone forward and goes to the near post. Goes over his head. The back post. Couldn't quite control his header. It's Peterson. Can they keep the pressure on, or can Hills going transition through Fogarty, who does well to bring the ball down? But in the end, Rodic does well just to win the ball, and now Armisen has to find his target here. He finds Vrankic on the right-hand side. Can he find a delivery? Can't get it beyond Catlin. The execution not quite on so far for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. For all their execution and forward flow, particularly in the second half of the season, they've not quite been able to execute so far. Catlin hasn't been forced into any significant saves inside the box. He has plucked a couple out of the air. Denied Ray Miller early. Great strike from him. Now Vrankovic trying to test him here. The block coming though. Hills getting men behind the ball. Forward goes Zonjic. Now he finds Smith. Smith goes inside. Again, it's the execution not quite there. Peterson was at the near post. Working back in defence. Vrankovic does well. Now Darko gets in behind here. Chance to get one back, and now it falls. In the end, Catlin falls on the loose ball as Peterson was coming in looking for the pieces. And the goalkeeper initially spilling it. The strike from Darko, perhaps their best moment in this second half. An hour in here. 2-0 it remains to Hills United. Bonnyrigg trying to lift the tempo. Full throttle is how Wayne O'Sullivan described the template since he's come in. Sending men forward, getting bodies around the box, creating chances. Certainly feels that they've outshot. They've created more chances and they've created more shots than their opponents in every game. Second half of the season. Only lost one game. And they're running to the finals against the Canterbury Bankstown Berries. Now they come forward here looking for the combination. Peterson goes inside, perhaps had the opportunity to combine there on the edge of the box. Now United looking to counter-attack through Fogarty. He's away and Zonjic has to make a decision. He makes the right decision. An important intervention there. The experienced defender. He showed him the space initially and he's come across. Fogarty exploding away from two other Bonnyrigg White Eagles players. And Zonjic committed at the right moment. And that's a danger for Bonnyrigg. Attacking down one end. The opportunity goes begging. And then they're defending immediately. And that rapid counter-attack of Hills United. Here comes the corner from Sakurai. Rodic at that near post. Peterson with a nice touch to Darko. Can they get forward here? Important intervention there. Giovanali, and now he's up, combining in the attack. And Parfait denied there by Schubera, who wins a free kick. Great defending at one end from Greg Giovanali. And then Goran Schubera at the other end, snuffing out the opportunity to Jordan Parfait. You're live from Lily Home Stadium. Semi-final of the men's two in the New South Wales National Premier League. Tony Tanous with you. Thanks for your company across the Football New South Wales channels. Bonnyrigg trailing by 2-0 against Hills United. Looking to get one back here at the near post. Peterson tried the reverse flick there. Kadric it was, building it up on the right-hand side. Sun setting on that far side. Is the sun setting on the Bonnyrigg White Eagles 2019 season. Hills. Chronopoulos, does he give it away here to Fogarty, and can he punish him? Lovely flick inside, Richard Darko. Great feet from him. Can they keep it alive here though? Good work from Armson. Does well, the youngster, Jack Armson, still going. Now it's in behind to Kadric. Can they find the ball? Important intervention there, Montford. Between two Bonnyrigg White Eagles attackers. You thought it surely had to hit one of their feet. In the end, Montford getting his body between Peterson and Vrankovic. Now Fogarty can go the other way. The match starting to open up and stretch. Sakurai with the switch. Cutting that one out was Galloway. Now they've got numbers down the left-hand side. Kadric it is, who can go one-on-one against Dodds. Takes him on. And now Kudrich. Can he square it up? Peterson. It goes past him. And again, the opportunity goes begging. Much to the frustration of the Bonnyrigg White Eagles fans. They've turned up in good numbers here at Lilyholme Stadium. This proud and successful club dropped from NPL 1 down to NPL 2. Wasn't a great start to their season. They were hoping to bounce straight back up. Wayne O'Sullivan's come in. He's had the full support of the board. They've worked to give the team all the support they need. Wayne O'Sullivan's certainly been grateful for that, and he's managed to get this team attacking with a positive mindset. That's been the simple message that he's delivered. Aggressive mindset, confident mindset. They need to summon all of that mentality in the remaining 25 minutes of normal time. Dodds. This is what Hills United love to do. Play out through Merrin. Great feet from him under intense pressure there. Took the buffer in, got the free kick. Want to go quick here. They can sense the opportunity to extend the lead and expose the space. The Bonnyrigg are leaving. Parfait, who had to face a fitness challenge to get in the starting 11 today. 11 goals for him for the season. It's been a great contribution. And here he is trying to get a cross in. Overhit that one. It's been a good battle, him and Brady Smith. Looks like we are going to see the second substitution here from Wayne O'Sullivan. It will be the experienced Nikola Zonjic who comes off. We've already seen Richard Darko come on. Got a couple of attacking options on the bench. Likes of Amara Dilovic. So got the midfielder Jack Fulton. He is the player who has come on. Number 9 for Bonnyrigg White Eagles. Player who came into the Bonnyrigg White Eagles setup during the transfer window. It's been a squad there hasn't been much turnover since Wayne O'Sullivan came in. Jack Fulton is one player who did come in during the transfer window. O'Sullivan sticking to the formula, sticking to the squad that he inherited. Streamlined it a little bit, went from 24 to 20. The 20 men have certainly done the job for him. Jack Fulton, one of the players coming in, he's come off the bench here for Zonjic. Ex-Westfield Sports High player, spent some time over in the USA. Come into the Bonnyrigg setup, very adaptable player. Got an injury here. They've just brought on the second substitute. This one looks like a serious injury. So we keep an eye on this one. Just made their second substitution. Have Bonnyrigg. Jumping in the air, competing. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. James Chronopoulos, the keeper, calling for a substitution. So they are going to have to go to the bench for the third time. Midway point of the second half. Concerns here. Is it David Vrankovic? Might be the player that stayed down here. Experienced Bonnyrigg player, of course, has spent some time in the A-League. Playing in the midfield today. It's good to see him back up on his haunches here. Does give us a chance just to update you from down the road at Valentine Sports Park. The under-20 semi-final currently in play between West Sydney Wanderers and Rydalmere FC. West Sydney Wanderers with a 1-0 lead at the half-time break. Goal coming after 9 minutes from Yusuf Swalha. They did have a player sent off on 29 minutes, Angelo Galamvokis. So West Sydney Wanderers, they missed out in the under-18. St George FC getting the job done in the under-18s. They'll take on Central Coast Mariners in the under-18s NPL 2 Grand Final next Saturday. In the under-20s, here it was the Northern Tigers having a 2-0 win over Central Coast Mariners. And at the break, over at Valentine Sports Park, West Sydney Wanderers, as it stands, they'll be playing Northern Tigers in the under-20s Grand Final. Who will be there in the men's one? Hills United took a 2-0 lead here after 20 minutes if you've just joined us. Early goals from Daniel Fogarty and Nathan Rayner gave Hills a 2-0 lead. That's the scoreline as it stands now. There'll be plenty of injury time with this long injury to David Vrankovic. We hope he's okay. Wayne O'Sullivan looks like he'll be forced to go to the bench for the third time. Stretcher coming on. So it will be Hills United as it stands into the grand final. Bonnyrigg still with plenty of time. Trailed by 2-0. And of course later on, 7 p.m, same place, same channel, NPL New South Wales Facebook, Football New South Wales YouTube. All the action will be coming to you between North Shore Mariners and last year's grand finalists, the Mounties Wanderers. Last year's losing grand finalists, the Mounties Wanderers. They'll be keen to be there and get the opportunity to exact a bit of revenge for last season. The applause comes here for David Vrankovic. He's going off on a stretcher. Let's see what they do to adjust. O'Sullivan, who's just brought on Jack Fulton. He's got one more substitute and he's about to bring on got a set piece opportunity here. James McKenzie, the tall figures come on. An experienced central defender. Let's see what that does to the formation. Of course, Zonjic did come off for Fulton. And this is the player on the ball here, Jack Fulton, looking to spread the play. Overhitting that one. So it looks like McKenzie's dropped into the centre of defence with Shubara. In the midfield four, Rodic holding with Armson on the right. Fulton in the middle in that number 10 role. Richard Darko on the left. And the front two of Kadric and Peterson. That'll be the team and the formation for Bonnyrigg White Eagles for the remaining minutes of this game. Made their 3 substitutions. They've got 17 minutes of normal time. Sure, we'll get plenty of stoppage time after that long injury to David Vrankovic. We hope he's okay. And it looks like Alex Vlismas on that far side for Hills United is getting ready to come on. So Hills about to make their first substitution. Jordan Parfait, who had to pass a late fitness test to get on the pitch. He's making his way over to the halfway line. The number 10 for Hills United. He's going to make way for Alex Vlismas, so that'll be a like-for-like swap. Vlismas, a player we're used to seeing in the front third for Hills United. Moved across from Mount Druitt Town Rangers in the off-season. Player with lots of experience was there. Grand final day a couple of years ago for Mount Druitt Town Rangers. And he gets some minutes here to try and ensure that Hills hang on to this 2-0 lead. Get Hills through to their first NPL 2 grand final. Of course, a club that has tasted success in NPL 3 on their way through to promotion a few years ago. They weren't far off promotion, weren't far off the premiership either. Here's Bonnyrigg building up down the left-hand side. Got numbers in the box, perhaps looking for the movement. Comes from Darko, who does very well. Can't quite find the delivery though. The back post, a couple of options there. Armstrong and Kadric. Kadric it was. Couldn't quite get on the end of it. Bit too heavy, that ball. They've created a couple of openings. It gives them a bit of encouragement as we approach the last 15 minutes here at Lilyholmes Stadium. Hills United with a 2-0 lead. Got 1 foot in the door at Seymour Shaw next Saturday. 4 p.m. kickoff. Set your reminders for that one. Spread the word. Get down there if you can. Team that finished second on the ladder at the moment, Hills United. In the box seat to be the first team there. But Fulton trying to get one to the back post, looking for Darko. Catlin though, reading that one well. Like they've just stiffened up the numbers in the midfield at the moment. Left 2 up front have Hills United. They've got Wade Juvenali on one side, Vlismas on the other side. They've got Sakurai, Marin. Wade Juvenali's going to come off now. Slow walk from him. As Hills make their second substitution. It looks like it might be a central defender. Going to bring on some experience and some insurance in Brad Robertson. So a defender comes on for a midfielder. They leave 2 up front, 4 across the midfield. Looks like Greg Juvenali's just stepped up into that midfield just to add some insurance alongside Dane Merrin. Such an adaptable player, adaptable formation, this Hills side. Robertson slots into defence. Greg Juvenali steps into that holding role in midfield. He's got a bit of work to do to get behind the ball here. Important intervention there. A great touch from Greg Juvenali just to hold up the play. A strong tackle there from Brady Smith. Couple of important tackles. Juvenali just getting his foot on the ball now. It's Montford. Tries to find a teammate. Battling away in the middle. Rodic and Juvenali. Got some important dates coming up for the Juvenali brothers along with this man, Daniel Fogarty. Futsal Roo duty coming up in October over in Southeast Asia. Wish our Futsal Roos all the best. Futsal season not far away from starting as well. New South Wales Premier League competition. But before that, they may have a big date. Grand final day, Saturday the 14th of September. Find out later tonight. As Rayner goes forward, looking to seal the deal here. Coming across though is Galloway. Nathan Rayner's joined Fogarty in that speedy front two. They're enjoying their opportunity to just try and pick Bonnyrigg White Eagles off in transition. Happy to eat the seconds away here. Skento Sakurai. He's had an excellent season. Merrin and Wade Juvenali. No, Jacob Basden, he's gone over to the USA. One of the regulars in the midfield for Hills United. This man, Gento Sakurai, trying to deliver a ball here to Merrin. Couldn't quite get his header on target. Posing a threat in the opposition box. Nothing out the opposition. Counter-attacks. Merrin, such an important player for Hills United. Bonnyrigg going with the short option. Flick on coming, and now they find Darko. Peterson peels away. Switching on defensively was Greg Kelshaw. Now Rodic. Bonnyrigg came in with plenty of confidence. They've had a great record against the other three remaining teams in the final series. Beaten all the other teams in the back half of the season. North Shore Mariners, Hills United, and also Mounties Wanderers. In fact, they've only lost 1 of 6 games against the other 3 sides. They need something here from Smith. Finds his target. Fulton it was with the header. And now Darko. Can Bonnyrigg peg one back? Just under 10 minutes remaining. They trail 2-0. James McKenzie, a bit too heavy on that first time delivery. The execution not quite there. Has been the story even there where they found Fulton. Had a chance to get his header on target, the substitute. And he couldn't connect. Certainly been among the goals. Fulton scored 2 in the last 7 games. Here he is, just laying it out to that left-hand side for Galloway, who tries to get beyond Sakurai. Does well. Galloway, too close to the keeper though. Again, Catlin, too comfortable for him. His delivery though, only finds Brady Smith. Battling away was Armson. Jack Armson tries to feed Gudrich. He can't quite get the better of Montfort, who recovers well. Thought for a second that Kudrich was in behind. We are going to see another substitution. It is going to be an attacker. Adolf Kudakpo, who'll be coming on. Player familiar here at Blacktown City. He moved across during the transfer window. Kudakpo coming on for Nathan Rayner. He's had a good start to life at the Hills United side. Got to get back and do some defending here. To the back post. This one goes over Kadupko's head. And now the opportunity. Tap in here. And it's Armson who pulls one back. With just under 7 minutes remaining. And Bonnyrigg White Eagles have a lifeline here. We said they've been in great goal-scoring form, and it'd be a big surprise if they don't find the back of the net. And they've done exactly that. And with 7.5 minutes, Jack Armson, he scores his 6th of the season. And is there a more important one than that? Hills United, they had a 2-0 lead. Bonnyrigg coming home strong. Spoke about the belief and the mentality that's been instilled. And now they've got an opportunity. Richard Darko! And suddenly this game's come alive. Darko trying to get in the box here. Robertson sticking to his duties. They found the opportunity at the set piece. Did the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. They've had chance after chance from such moments. And Armson it was. Right on the spot. Tap away. Bonnyrigg's first of the afternoon to give him a sniff. 6.5 minutes remain. Hills have not quite been able to kill the game in transition, and suddenly it's come to life. Armson's dropped into that midfield. Suddenly creating some openings and a good combination there with Smith. Couldn't quite get the final ball into Kadric. Armson on the right, Darko on the left. Fulton and Rodic. Fulton's trying to climb here. Armison's first to it. Now Peterson lays it out to Fulton. Making the run forward with Smith. Robertson trying to deal with that one. Disappointed with the outcome of that. Disappointed because it has given Bonnyrigg another set piece. Talk about how they have been targeting at these set pieces. They send the tall figure of James McKenzie forward. Certainly there'll be some nerves in the Hills United defence. 5 minutes remaining of normal time. Galloway. Bonnyrigg have just got one back and they find the equaliser. Goes to the back post. Fulton. Kadakpo does well. Fulton stayed down after that. Bonnyrigg play on though. And it's Armson again who's been very busy in this second half. Here he is again, laying it off. Now Fulton. Trying to turn and fashion the shot. Keeps it alive through Darko. Can he find the ball? A lovely ball inside. And in the end, Hills do just about enough to deal with that one. Thrilling finish here at Lily Holmes. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. It's Tony Tanous with you on the Football New South Wales channels. Hills have had the lead since the 20th minute, 2-0. The Bonnyrigg White Eagles showing the spirit that they've posed throughout the season. They're coming home very strong. This proud and storied club. Might not be the men's one, but they want to be there on grand final day. Club steeped in grand final tradition, of course. And they'll come home strong in the remaining 4 minutes. We will have plenty of stoppage time too, no doubt. Ooh. Injury to Vrankovic. We hope he's okay. Brady Smith bombs on down the right-hand side. Kadric tries to find him. Coming across, though, was Robertson, who's gone alongside Dodds in the centre of defence for Hills. Trying to hang on. Patrick Zvansvake's men. Robertson leaves that one for Catlin. Cat-like off his line there. Son of the man they used to call the Cat. Former Marconi great Bob Catlin. He'll certainly hope that Hills can hang on. It's Kento Sakurai. Tries to find Kadakpo. Chronopoulos doesn't waste any time. Peterson under pressure there from Robertson. Robertson has been away in Europe for much of the second half of the season. He's come back, started on the bench today. Experienced defender. Just over 2 minutes of normal time remain. Kadakpo. Now Fogarty. Got the opening goal. Heavily involved, of course, in the second. 20 goals so far for the season. Using his futsal skills here to get his ball under control in the corner. In the end, though, referee alert to the time-wasting tactics. Stephen Ali gets it forward. Now, coming forward, is the skipper in Galloway. Gets it down the line to Kadric, who can drive at Dodds. Here is Azmi Kadric trying to go past him. Is this the moment for Bonnyrigg? Inches away. Can you believe that? Peterson put the toe out and you thought it might hit the back of the net, but it fizzled just wide of the Catlin goal. And is that the last moment for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles? A lovely drive down that left-hand side from Azmir Kadric, and he found Peterson, and you thought it might be next stop back of the net. but it went just wide of the Heels goal. And they hang on to their 2-1 lead. We're in the last minute here. Expect plenty of stoppage time. You imagine that won't be the last chance for Bonnyrigg. They have to keep the door shut at the other end, though. They do just that. Now they get it forward to Peterson, who uses his body extremely well to shake off Dodds. Can he find the delivery? Robertson was in there doing the defending for Hills, who can go forward quickly through Sakurai. They've had the lead since the 11th minute. Shubara, such an experienced player. Spent some time in Southeast Asia, Thailand and Singapore. He's trying to drive Bonnyrigg White Eagles forward here. Kadrich, who went on an amazing 8-game scoring sequence in the second half of the season. Didn't quite add to that. Didn't make it a 9th last week in that extra time win. He's trying to play his part and taking it to extra time here. Kelly comes! And in the end, Darko just couldn't get his header underneath the crossbar. The keeper came and Darko got to it first. A player who came off the bench last week and scored 2 for the Bonnyrigg White Eagles to get them here. 1 game away from the grand final. We're into stoppage time. Expect plenty of that. Remember, 7 p.m. tonight, North Shore Mariners taking on Mounties Wanderers. Join Will Gotsis from Valentine Sports Park for our continued coverage of the men's 2. What a season it's been. Switch out to the right-hand side for Smith. In it goes. Giovanali, who started the game in central defence, he's dropped into the midfield now. He's playing the screening role. Goes forward down the right-hand side. Brady Smith it is. Tries to find the target. Darko's at the back post. Keeps it alive here for Bonnyrigg. Now on the edge of the box, Kadrich! Dodds gets his head in the way. It's going to continue to come. The pressure. Armson, who got one back for Bonnyrigg. Now the combination. Fulton it is on the edge of the box. Fogarty picking up the ball against Galloway, who does well to recover. But these are seconds that Hills will certainly look to eat up. He's a throw-in on that far side. We are into injury time. As it stands, Hills United are in the 2019 Men's 2 Grand Final, which will be played next Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. kickoff. Seymour Shore, get down there if you can. Will it be against North Shore Mariners? Will it be against Mounties Wanderers? Or will the Bonnyrigg White Eagles be there? They've still got time. At the moment, the ball's at the wrong end for them. Flag's gone up on that far side. Nathan Warren right on the spot. I want to go quick here. Chronopoulos goes short to McKenzie, who looked to go long. Schubert has stayed right up in the front third. Central defender. One of the powerhouses in the air. Smith goes in his direction. But Robertson has come off the bench. Important header for Hills. Sakurai does well here. Kento Sakurai. Peterson working all the way back. Need him at the other end, but he's got to roll his sleeves up. Sure that they win the ball back. Here he is. Can't quite keep that one in. Had a couple of minutes off. Additional time. We had a long injury in the middle of that second half to David Vrankovic. Ball forward. Kudakpo trying to hold it up. In the end, he can't quite do that. He's going to be a Bonnyrigg White Eagles throw in. They want to go on quick here. Peterson with the flick inside. Fulton turns it forward. Robertson, anywhere will do now for the Hills. Robertson again, happy to clear. First half goals to Daniel Fogarty, Nathan Rayner gave Hills United a 2-0 lead at the break. Bonnyrigg have mounted pressure in the second half. They've got one back through Jack Armson. They're looking to draw level and take it to extra time. Both teams have averaged 4 goals a game in the last 2 months. Bonnyrigg White Eagles building up through Smith. That near post doing the defensive work was Dodds. All hands on deck for Hills United. Peterson couldn't get that one on target. A few of the Bonnyrigg White Eagles fans feel that might be the last moment or the last opportunity. 4 minutes of stoppage time we've had. Hills United lead by 2 goals to 1. They got the jump in the opening half. Bonnyrigg, as they have done throughout 2019 season, mounting a great comeback in this second half. Anywhere will do now for Hills. Ball down the other end is where they want it. Robertson happy to knock it long. And that's the end of it. Hills United are through to the 2019 Men's 2 NPL Grand Final. They got the jump in the first half. Goals from Daniel Fogarty and Nathan Rayner on 11 and 20 minutes. Gave them a 2-0 lead at the break. They were able to hang on to that for large parts of the second half, with Bonnyrigg White Eagles coming home very strong. They got one back with 7 minutes remaining. Jack Armson tapping from inside the 6-yard box. But in the end, the Hills United side hung on for a 2-1 win, and it takes them through to the big dance, the big grand final next Saturday at Seymour Shore. A terrific season for them. Credit to the Bonnyrigg White Eagles, of course. They've mounted a terrific second half of the season since Wayne O'Sullivan came in, and they've got big ambition, of course, next season. They can set their sights on that and plan ahead for that. They've had a terrific crack through the finals as well, knocking off the Tigers last week in extra time. They came back in the second half here and really pushed it to Hills United. But Hills United able to hang on. Terrific first half. But they got their rewards and they go through to a grand final next Saturday afternoon at Seymour Shore. 4 p.m. kickoff there. Get down to Seymour Shore for that. They'll be taking on either the North Shore Mariners or Mounties Wanderers. We'll find out who that will be at 7 p.m. tonight. If you're in the vicinity, get to Valentine Sports Park. You've still got an hour between now and kickoff there. If you're not in the vicinity, be sure to join us 7 p.m. live across the Football New South Wales channels. Bring you all the action from Valentine Sports Park. But wrapping up the semi-final here at Lily Holmes Stadium, where it's finished 2-1 to the Hills United side over Bonnyrigg White Eagles.